Hello, this is Sister Jensen, and welcome to another video for algebra. I know you're excited about this one. Today we're going to talk about how many solutions can an equation have? Isn't it hard enough that they have one solution? Well, let me tell you what I mean. So here's a regular equation that we've been seeing lately. We've got 11 plus 3x take away 7 equals 6x plus 5 take away 3x. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So first thing you're going to do is combine like terms. So we're going to combine our 11 and our negative 7, combine our 6x and negative 3x. We're just going to group those up. So on the left side, 11 minus 7 is 4. 6x minus 3x is going to give us a 3x. No problem. Standard procedure. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is group up your variables. And you can either group them to the left or you can group them to the right, whichever you'd like to do. Why don't we just move this positive 3x to the right? So since it's positive, subtract. So we subtract 3x from both sides. And positive 3x minus 3x is no 3x's. Wait, positive 3x minus 3x. Wait a second, the x's are all gone. And we're left with 4 equals 5. What just happened? Does 4 really equal 5? No. This is a case where there is no solution to this equation. There is no answer. So if you solve an equation and all the variables drop out, I mean, they're gone, they turned into 0, and you get an untrue statement like 4 equals 5 or 50 equals 1 million, that's not true. That means there is no number in the world you could plug in for x and have it work. That's what no solution means. I know, kind of crazy, but it happens. Not very often, but it happens. Okay, but now that we've got that out of the way, let's just try another one, see if it happens again. Again, standard thing, 6x plus 5, take away 2x equals 4 plus 4x plus 1. All that stuff going on. So again, combine like terms. We'll get our 6x take away 2x. We've got just regular old numbers on the other side. So we're just going to group them up. No problem. 4x plus 5 equals 5 plus 4x. Now let's group up our variables. We've got a positive 4x here, so let's just subtract it. Subtract it, so we'll move it from the left to the right. We will subtract 4x from both sides. And wait a second. Okay, it happened again. 4x take away negative 4x equals no x's, so we have 5 equals 5. But is that a true statement? Does 5 really equal 5? Well, it does. So what that means is that I could put in any number for x and it would work. This has many solutions. I know that's kind of blowing your mind. First we said no solutions, now we're on many solutions. But look, 5 equals 5, that's true. If you had solved this and it said 1 equals 1, well, 1 really equals 1. Or 73 equals 73. If it came out with a true statement, that means it has many solutions. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so this is the equation we solved in simplified form. Just in case you're wondering, it's that 4x plus 5 equals 5 plus 4x. So I'm just going to plug in 1. Let's see what I get. Put in 4 times 1, 4 times 1. I've got 4 plus 5, 5 plus 4, 9 equals 9. Well, that's true. So 1 must work for it. Let's just pick 6. We're going to put 6 in for x. So we have 4 times 6, and we have 4 times 6 over here. I've got 24 plus 5, and 5 plus 24. And 29 equals 29. That is also true. 29 really equals 29. All right, let's try 10. I mean, let's get in the double digits here. Let's plug that in. So we have 4 times 10 plus 5 and 5 plus 4 times 10. So I've got 40 plus 5, 5 plus 40. And yep, 45 really does equal 45. So when we state that something has many solutions, you could put in infinite different numbers and it would be true. Okay, so we've seen no solution, which is a non-true statement, and now we've seen infinitely many solutions. What else could there be? Well, let's try it. We've got 2 times 3 minus 6m equals negative 30. So let's use that distributive property. We've got 2 times 3, 2 times negative 6m. So once we multiply, we have 6 take away 12m equals negative 30. So far, so good. Hey, look, we don't even have variables on both sides. We can just group up our numbers. We have a positive 6, so to move that to the right, we would have to do the opposite of a positive 6. So we subtract 6 from the left, subtract 6 from the right. So we're left with this negative 12m equals negative 36. Our goal, of course, is to get m alone, and the opposite of multiplying by negative 12 would then be to divide both sides by negative 12. And negative 12 divided by negative 12 is positive 1, and negative 36 divided by negative 12 is 3. So m equals 3. That's right. We got an answer. There's only one solution to this equation. That means this is like one of your normal problems you've been doing all along. You normally only get one answer, and there it is. So if you solve it and the variable doesn't disappear and you get an answer like m equals 3, that's okay. That's what you're used to. There is only one thing. If you tried substituting any other number besides 3 into the original equation, you would not get a correct solution. All right, so it's your turn to practice a few. So give it a shot. I mean, at least now while I'm here, I can help you along the way. You can pause the video. I'll come back, I promise. We'll talk about the answers. Work them out. There's just 4. Give it a shot. Welcome back. I hope you had a good time solving 4 problems. And how many answers did you get for number 1? So I would have moved my 5x to the right by subtracting, and then moved my 8 to the left by subtracting, and ended up with x equals negative 1. So how many solutions are there to number 1? Number 1 was just a normal problem. It was a regular everyday problem. We had one solution, and it happens to be negative 1. Okay, number 2. So when you subtracted x from both sides, the x's disappeared, and you had 3 equals 4. Does 3 really equal 4? If you had 3 kids, would you go around telling people you had 4? Is that the same thing? So there's no solution. I don't know, just random stuff I come up with sometimes. No solution at all. All right, how did you do on number 3? Distributive property, you had to combine your variables, and then you found out you had a true statement, and there were many solutions. So you had 8 equals 8, which is true. 8 does equal 8. And on number 4, what would it be? Yeah, I gave you one of each. This was roll the dice. What's it going to be? 2m take away 12. We distribute the 2. We have 2m take away 12. Therefore, negative 12 equals negative 12, and it's many solutions. All right, well, just to recap, how many solutions can an equation have? You might get lucky, and it could have one solution. It could be weird, and it might be no solution. So if you get an untrue statement, like 1 equals 0, 1 does not equal 0, that means there's no solution. There's no number you could plug into this x and have it work. Or you might get many solutions. So if you get a true statement, 2 really does equal 2, then you'll have infinitely many solutions. All right, good luck. I know